Smack 'em a gob, everybody. Hey, this is a donation from Jeffery Gotell. And he wants me to put it's I guess, compilation albums against each other. John Lennon's collection and George Harrison's Let It Roll. Now, before I get into this, I've said it a million times. I love the Beatles. The Beatles, may not be my favorite band, but I feel they are the best band ever. But I'm a weird guy. I have favorite bands, but I know my favorite bands are not the best band ever. But I think John, after the Beatles, I didn't like it, man. Most of it. It was maybe like, if I was to grab every song I liked, John Lennon's solo albums, it wouldn't be a double album. It'd be a single album, and I think that single album will have filler. And I thought, he was my favorite Beatle. That's the thing. He's my favorite damn Beatle. But I saw the cutting point, and not that it's bad, because Abbey Road and Let It Be had songs that were, I think, even better than his solo stuff. But White Album is his peak, I think. And then it just kind of dipped, I feel. George Harrison, I've never really liked him, man. There's certain songs, I think Something is one of the greatest Beatles song ever. That's what George Harrison just came out swinging at the end, Because that song is unbelievably great. It's up there with Lennon and McCartney. I can't say that about his other songs. I could put, a lot of people bash the first song he ever wrote, Don't Bother Me. I love that song. And I would put that right up there with Lennon and McCartney of that era. Well, it'd probably be in the top 20, because they had Lennon and McCartney were on fire from the beginning. But anyway, I'm listening to this George Harrison solo album thing. And there was one song I was like, oh, this is George Harrison? I didn't even know that was him. And I was like, yeah, I know this song. I haven't heard it in decades, but I was like, this is a good song. And a couple songs I actually liked on it, that I didn't know. So there you go. And because the thing is, I listened to the album All Things Must Pass. I didn't like it. And that's what everybody points at. So why would I investigate the other shit if that is like his best stuff, So I never did. I never heard a George Harrison album in my life. Till now. And it's a compilation. Alright, so here we go. Give Peace a Chance versus I Got My Mind Set on You. I'm definitely giving it to I Got My Mind Set on You because, seriously, I hate hippie music. And John Lennon was the king of the hippies. I learned that on South Park. And I hate it. Got My Mind Set on You. It's a nice pop tune. It's not bad. It's alright. It won't make me run out and buy the freaking record or even want to listen to the rest. But it was alright. So I'm giving that to George Harrison. Alright, next. Instant Karma versus Give Me Love. How about Give Me Instant Karma? That would be one of the songs I would put on the John Lennon Best Of album. And it wouldn't be a filler. That's a good one. Alright, next. Power to the People versus Ballad of Sir Frankie Crisp. Didn't really care for either, but definitely Ballad. Because this Power to the People, what is this, man? It's not something I would like. The female vocal, gang vocals. Man. Should have paid attention to Julian. That's what I think. Alright. Yeah, I'm giving it to Ballad of Sir Frankie Crisp. What a title. Alright, next. Whatever Gets You Through the Night versus My Sweet Lord. I do not like either. And you heard the story, John Lennon Elton John said to John Lennon, this song, whatever gets you through the night, is going to be number one. And John said, no, it's not. And then Elton John said, if it gets number one, you got to come out on stage with me. And it went to number one. Because people back then liked really, really crappy music for like a week. Because that's like one of those number one hits from the 70s that were not that bad. No, what am I talking about? A lot of great music in the 70s, but now I'm thinking about Love Will Keep Us Together from Captain and Toenail. And who else? It's just there was a string of, we had joy, we had fun, we had seasons in the sun. I think that shit was the number one hit. Woo! I'm telling you, my favorite music comes from the 70s, but not those big hits. Like Whatever Gets You Through the Night. But you know what? I'm giving it to that because I can't stand My Sweet Lord. Hare Krishna shit. It's not my bag, Daddy. You understand? I don't hang with that shit. You know? I run out running if I hear music like that. You know? Whatever happened to the Hare Krishnas? Are they still around? Because I remember they used to be at airports a lot when I was a kid. I'd go to airports and always see them. I guess they're still around, but airports, Miami International and Fort Lauderdale International airports do not allow them. Maybe that's it, and they're at every other airport. What do I know? Or they're not at Nashville or New York, because when I landed at those airports, they weren't there. Or California. What's going on? Are they banned from every airport? Because they still got to be around, right? I don't know. And honestly, I don't care. Let them live their life. If they want to Hare Krishna from here to eternity, more power to them, man. It's just not my bag, man. All right, what's next? Number 9, Dream versus While My Guitar Gently Weeps. All right. I know a lot of people, I've said this before. I don't like When My Guitar Gently Weeps. I know that's like the one that everybody loves from George. I don't like that song. I just don't like it. And I never heard this live version. Well, I will say this live version's better. I liked it more and I only heard it once, and I was like, this is better than the original. But it still loses. I'm giving it to number 9, Dream. All right, next. Mind Games versus All Things Must Pass. Mind Games. Mind Games would definitely make that John Lennon album. I love that song. It wins. Still not as good as anything he did, after the Beatles, but, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Probably don't, and that's cool. All right, next. Love versus Any Road. Any Road. Love is, what the hell is this, man? I listen to that song and I picture Barney the dinosaur. Love, love is fresh. Love is purple. It's freaking horrible. We're giving that to that. What? It's not a horrible George Harrison song. I was like, this song's okay. I've heard words from him, like While My Guitar Gently Weeps. All right, next. Happy Xmas, The War Is Over versus This Is Love. Definitely Happy Xmas. Happy Xmas, The War Is Over is one of my favorite Christmas songs ever. I just love it. I do love it. I don't even mind Yoko. Screaming, Merry Christmas. I don't even mind her in the song. She's kind of low in the mix. I just love the melody. So this is Christmas. It's beautiful. That's a great song, man. It is a great song. That is good enough to put on Let It Be. I feel that. All right. Whew. Next. Better than that damn Mariah Carey song, I'll tell you that. All right. The popular one. Imagine versus All Those Years Ago. I love them both. I do. I do love them both. But I'm going to pick the one I don't think anybody would pick. All those years ago. I love Imagine, I do. I mean, the lyrics not so much, but I don't want to get into that mumbo jumbo. But musically, I like that, you know. And I don't even like slide guitar, and I think that's the best George Harrison song solo-wise. Definitely. Wins. Alright, next. Jealous Guy versus Marwa Blues. Jealous Guy. Jealous Guy's another good one. I like it. Alright, next. Stand By Me versus What Is Life. This is the song, What Is Life. I was like, I know this song. I haven't heard it in decades, but I know it and I like it. And what's that going against again? Stand By Me. I don't care. I know, it's a cover. It's not bad, but it's not. I'm giving out George Harrison. Next. Just Like Starting Over versus Rising Sun. I'm going to give that to Just Like Starting Over. I like that song. It's fun, little infectious, kind of 50s sounding. Wins. Next. Woman versus When We Was Fab. I like When We Was Fab. I like Woman more though. That ballad is gorgeous. It became like such a hit, probably a #1 hit after John Lennon was killed. Because I don't think that single was out yet. I may be wrong. It's 45 freaking years ago. Alright. Where am I? Woman. Alright, next. There's a lot of songs on here. I'm Losing You versus Something. I'm giving it to I'm Losing You because Something, I don't like it on here. The live version, it's not that good. So yeah, definitely. And I love I'm Losing You. Great heavy tune off Double Fantasy. Next, Beautiful Boy versus Blown Away. Blown Away, that's one of the songs I never heard before, and I was like, I like this song. It does kind of sound familiar. It might have been a single, but I was like, I like this song. Beautiful Boy, what is it? Barney the Dinosaur Time Again? I hate that shit. Sorry. Did you hear that? I was joking. I said I'm sorry. I cracked myself up. Next. Watching the Wheels versus Cheer Down. Definitely Watching the Wheels. Cheer Down wasn't bad though. But Watching the Wheels, I love that song too. People think I'm crazy. Dreaming my life away. Alright, next. Dear Yoko versus Here Comes the Sun. Dear Yoko blows. It just blows. Here Comes the Sun, I won't say it's better than the Abbey Road version. I won't say that. But listening to it, I will say it's just as good. Great version. Great live version. I loved it. Yeah, I'm giving it to that easily. Alright, next. Move Over Miss L versus I Don't Want to Do It. I'm giving that to George Harrison. I didn't care for Move Over Miss L. Alright, the last song. Cold Turkey versus Isn't It a Pity? Definitely Cold Turkey. But I'll say one of those rare examples where somebody covers an original song and makes it better. I think Cheap Trick did a better version of Cold Turkey than John Lennon, in my opinion. Anyway, Jeffrey, this is the final score. And there you go, man. Pretty close, pretty close. Y'all know these songs. Yo, what do you think of their solo careers? And if you want to do a track by track, I'd love to see that. And thank you again, Jeffrey. I hope you enjoyed this. And everybody out there, I hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to donate, I got a PayPal in the description below. And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Ring the little notification bell and like the video. It's good for the YouTube algorithms. So stay frosty. Listen to the Beatles and schmack 'em a gob.